Hello vinyl community and anyone else watching this. I'm back with another recent finds video. Made a video a few days ago of some recent finds and I wanted to make another one sooner than this, but just didn't happen. But here we are. Hope everybody out there is doing well. Hello new subscribers, hello old subscribers, hello everyone. Thanks for watching. Been watching as many videos as I can. Those of you that are now making live videos, I've missed most of them. Just what happens when you work my schedule, I guess, these days. I have caught minutes here and there and haven't even chimed in, and I apologize for that. I've been a little voyeurish, just see what's going on, but knowing I can't stay, it's not really that much point. Anyway, since I made a video talking about my local record store, which is a couple towns over, Angry Mom Records in Ithaca. I've been there 3 times, and I went today, in fact. I went to Ithaca for another reason today, but I'm like, alright, I'll stop while I'm there, and I picked up a few things, nothing amazing. I think maybe better stuff on my other 2 trips, but I've got a good pile here. It's all from Angry Mom, so I'm just going to start, and in the background we've got the Everly Brothers playing, which is from the flea market trip in Buffalo I made. It's right here, in fact, a couple of weeks ago. I showed this recently. That's what's playing in the background. It's an import on Ace Records. But speaking of the Everly Brothers, I couldn't pass this up. This thing is in such nice shape. It's the Everly Brothers, the best of the Everly Brothers. It's on Reader's Digest Records. It's a box. There's 6 records in here. And this thing was $5. And I just couldn't pass it up. It comes with a book. It's in excellent, excellent condition. Let me show a little bit here. Just basic information. I mean, it's Reader's Digest, so it's going to be condensed. Everly Brothers information. There's sort of a shadowy, concealed photo on the back. Basically the same photo as, well, it's not. Years earlier, similar photo on the front. And I'll just show one record here. The Reader's Digest label. In these funky cardboard sleeves with plastic sleeves, plastic inners. So it's really nice. The records are basically unplayed. And again, for $5, I just couldn't leave it sit there. I'm such an Everly Brothers fan that I had to pick it up. The best of the Everly Brothers. There's the track listings, by the way, for anybody that cares. Again, 6 record sets. It's grouped by early beginnings, pure pop, love hurts, songwriting Everly's, hot rockin' Everly's, Everly country, solo releases, solo Everly Brothers, and reunited. So there's even some of the reunited tracks on here. So again, $5. Couldn't pass it up. This next one I may already have. I'm not sure. But again, this was, I usually don't say what things cost, but this was $5. So I picked it up. It's Ian Hunter's Overnight Angels album. Never came out in America. It's a UK. It's on the CBS label. I'm not going to, well, I will, because there is a gatefold here as well. I think. Just that. And it is on, not Columbia, but the typical CBS UK label. Again, never came out in America, and I think I have a copy. I don't know if mine's quite this nice. This one's really nice, and again, for a few bucks, I just didn't want to leave it sit there. So, Ian Hunter's Overnight Angels, and this has England Rocks. Actually, it doesn't have England Rocks on it, but England Rocks was recorded at these sessions and then turned into Cleveland Rocks. Bill Slick's on this album. Peter Oxendale. Ian Hunter, of course, from Mott the Hoople, if you don't know who Ian Hunter is. This is about 77. Really nice copy of Randy Newman live. I mean, it's just a white cover, and the back is just black, and it looks new. And you rarely see it looking this nice, just on the typical Reprise label. Early-ish Randy Newman, recorded September 17th, 1970. And there's the track listing, that is the front of the album. Very simple. But I like Randy Newman, and I do not have this one. A lot of these are just filling in the gaps. Next few, the covers aren't in great shape. And there's extensive ring wear and blah blah blah. But Spotlight on Nilsson on Target Records, or Tower Records, excuse me, do not have this. Really early Harry Nilsson on Tower. And again, the cover's not great. Vinyl's in decent shape. And none of these were expensive at all. Usually $5 or under. And it's on the Striped Tower label. And just, again, rounding out my Nilsson collection here. I've been thinking about Harry a little bit lately. And watched like a 10-minute documentary on YouTube the other day about Harry, and then saw this today and said, hey, I'm going to look in the Harry section. And also, promo copy here, but not white label, just tan RCA, the Nilsson album from 1977. It is a promo. Again, the cover is not in great shape. Vinyl's pretty good. It's not perfect, but it's good enough. And oh, this one has a gatefold too, so I might as well show it. Not much, just lyrics in there, a little picture of Harry, sort of. And while I'm here, oh, this one is on the black. The other one is on the cream. I got one more Nilsson. That one's on the cream RCA label. And this one I am going to take out of the plastic because it's interesting. It's Do It On Monday. First track is Jesus Christ You're Tall. And this has an interesting cover because you open it up and it's the same thing, and it says formerly God's Greatest Hits. And I think that's what Do It On Monday means, actually. Cover's not in great shape. Again, vinyl's nice. There's a nice gatefold in there as well with all that kind of stuff. And a sticker on the back, so I'm pretty sure this is an original pressing. It tells you it's produced by Harry Nilsson and some other things that they'd forgotten. And original inner sleeve. If you enjoyed this album, investigate Buckminster Fuller's slum cleanup project for Harlem. Write to Bookie Fuller and gives an address, and then it says bless you. And this one is on the cream RCA label. Nilsson's RCA sleeves were always interesting. So, again, filling a couple holes in my Nilsson collection. Later Nilsson was after he'd sort of lost his voice and kind of got it back somewhat, but Do It On Monday. Bunch of ring wear here, but I don't have this, and it was about $10. The Who Happy Jack, an original stereo copy on Decca Records. Y'all know what it looks like, so I'm not going to bother showing you the label. Record's pretty clean. It's not perfect, but it's definitely decent. And again, do not have an original of this, so very happy to find that. And this may be the most interesting thing I found on this trip. This is the last one from today. Edic Light presents the free design, You Could Be Born Again, a reissue. Now this is their second album. These are a pop band on Enoch Light's Project 3 label. Light in the Attic put this out. It's still sealed. I'm not going to open it yet. There is a little hype sticker there if you want to read it. And I'm pretty sure that this is a promo copy because the cellophane is torn at the bottom and the UPC is crossed out. But again, this was a little over 10 bucks, but not much. And it's sealed and it's new. It's 180 gram vinyl. It's the free design, right up my alley. And this was in their psych section, which I found extremely interesting. So there you go. And they do some good, cool covers on here. California Dreamin', Eleanor Rigby, Happy Together, and a bunch of originals. So, free design, second album, reissued. Now we go into the time before, and I don't remember, it's been a little while, so I don't actually remember where the time before and the time before that, which is which. I know they're in order, I just don't know what the dividing line is. Duane Eddy's album from the mid-80s. Paul McCartney is on this at least once or twice. Duane Eddy, of course, the instrumental king, and he does an instrumental version of the Orchestra theme, which is a Paul McCartney song. Paul McCartney's on that. I don't know what else he's on. But got in a sleeve. George Harrison's on this album. Jeff Lynne, all kinds of people on this album. So, and you just don't see it very much. It's on the Capitol Rainbow label, which that's kind of appropriate. You know, their 80s revisit of that label. So, yeah, Duane Eddy. I guess it's called Duane Eddy. Oh, with the Rebels. Anyway, there's your track listing if you're interested. Duane Eddy. The Ventures Dance. I pick up Ventures albums when I see them and they're in nice shape and they're on Dalton. And this one just has some typical Ventures type instrumentals on it. The Twist, Roadrunner, you know, the stuff, the Wasp. Again, the very early Dalton label. I'm sure that was only a couple bucks. So is the Duane Eddy. This was about $3 if I remember right. The Beatles, 65, not in great shape. You'll notice it's got the award thing right there. Not even a great printing on this, really. Probably VG to VG Plus on the vinyl, but I picked it up for $3 because it is on the green Capitol label. I definitely do not have that, so I'm very happy to find that, especially locally, as you find almost no Beatles around here anymore. So, speaking of the Everly Brothers, here's another Ace album in the studio. Excerpts from their recording sessions, outtakes, things like this. Again, on Ace Records. Very British looking, because it is an import from the UK. And another one, Hidden Gems. Same sort of deal. Track listing on that one. And see if it has. Well, this one has similar Ace label to the one I showed at the beginning of the video. Again, I just love the Everly Brothers. Beatles learned a lot from the Everly Brothers. And one more. This one's on Crown, the Everly Brothers Rocking in Harmony original recordings. I guarantee that I picked this up really, really cheap, and that's why I grabbed it. Yes, I have some of these songs many, many times, but Crown label. Again, a UK import. Picked this up just because I did not have it. Electric Light Orchestra, their first greatest hits album ever, Ole, on the Can United Artists label. And the reason you want this, besides it just has some good songs on it, has a clean start, basically the single version of Can't Get It Out of My Head. The album has some stuff at the beginning, and it's, you just want to hear that one song. This is about the best place to do it. But it is, I think, the album length, which makes it interesting. I think it was edited for the single. So it's sort of a unique version of the song to this album, I believe. Anyway, 10,538 Overture, over Beethoven in its fullness, Kiuma in its fullness. Everything here is basically full, I think. Strange Magic, Evil Woman, Boy Blues, Showdown, Mama Belle. Good yellow early stuff. This I had a long time ago. This is an upgrade, definitely. I haven't had mine for a long time, but The Night the Light Went Out in Long Beach, a live album. Came out in the UK in 1974. There's your track listing. And like I said, I had this a long time ago, but this one's much nicer shape than the one that I had. Another UK import, never came out in America. It just was in a yellow mood. On the UK Warner Brothers label. And Very Best of Jan and Dean Volume 2. This is a 70s album. I picked it up because it was cheap, it's clean, and I don't have this version. You don't see it. You see the first one a lot. You don't see Volume 2 all that much. So, Sidewalk Surfing's on here, New Girl in School. Here They Come From All Over the World, great song. I Found a Girl. Found a Girl is a really great song. Not enough people know. P.F. Sloan wrote it. Best of Jan and Dean, Volume 2. And again, I don't know where, I think I'm into the last session now, but I don't know where one left off and one started. Joe Turner, his greatest recordings, just a single disc of the best of Joe Turner on Atlantic. Got Honey Hush and TV Mama, Karina Karina, Chains of Love, Shake, Rattle and Roll, Sweet 16. Good stuff. It's got a uni-pack, unfortunately, but can't win them all. Atlantic Records. Picked this up because it was very cheap. 2 record set on pair, Best of Buddha. It's got what you'd expect and some things that you wouldn't. Still sealed. Night Train to Georgia by Gladys Knight and the Pips is on here. Leader of the Pack by the Shangri-Las. Ooh Child by the 5 Stair Steps, which I do not have on vinyl, which is probably why I bought it. There's your track listing. It is slightly interesting. Who's Missing? I have this. This is very much an upgrade for me. This was Volume 1. Volume 2, I don't think ever came out on vinyl. Of just rarities, single tracks, things like that. Mary Ann with the Shaky Hands is on here, which is one of my absolute favorite Who songs. And again, very much an upgrade for me. There's a track listing. And did not have this either. The Who, Odds and Sods. It's an original with the cut front cover. And yeah, very, very happy to have this. You can see that, well, you can't because it doesn't pull out, I don't think. I think it's just there. I can't remember. Yeah, it's just sort of there, weirdly. But it's a weird cover anyway. It's on Track Records. And my record got over, but I'm not going to flip it. And there is something else in. I think there's a poster even. It's complete. I remember that. It's got an insert. And a small poster. So it is complete. Who, Odds and Sods. And again, this was just unreleased, mostly unreleased tracks from their career, that sort of a contractual obligation sort of album, including one of them, I think just one, by the High Numbers, when they were, you know, before they were the Who. That's an odd story, by the way. Anyway, because they were the Who first, and then they were the High Numbers, then they went back to being the Who. Anyway, the Marquettes, Out of Limits, promo copy. Not in amazing shape, but decent. Again, none of these were expensive. I think the Who was probably about $7. This is probably $3 or $4. And it is a white label promo. So I had to pick that up. And again, this was $3 or $4 probably. So very happy with that. And last thing I got, never had this before. John Lennon, Yoko Ono, Life with the Lions. This is an original copy. They have been reissued now. I'm not sure why anybody would take the time. But, there you go. This is an original. Nice shape. A little bit of ring wear, but not too much. It is on the Zapple label. It is an original. Back cover shot. John and Yoko being arrested. John Lennon, Life with the Lions. And that about does it for my recent finds from Angry Mom. I still have a decent sized pile of records to show and a really decent sized pile of thrift store things. So more videos on the way. Again, thank you all for watching, subscribing, and commenting, and all of that kind of stuff. And check out my podcast, snapcracklepop.podomatic.com. If you're into Tom Petty, my latest one is my Tom Petty mini-cast tribute. Check that out, and I'll see you as soon as I can. Again, thanks for watching. Keep the videos coming. I'm watching as many as I can. Take care, everybody.